What's going on, guys? It's Texas Turbo here with one of my first videos. I think this is going to be the first video. I really wish I could have done it before so you could hear the before and after of the exhaust, but it's a little bit late. But I have a good feeling you can't guess what engine's in this, but you might be able to because some of the people on the forum might be watching. But I'm gonna walk by it and we'll get a cold start on it. I did back it out of the garage a bit. Here is the beautiful 1965 or 64 and a half Mustang coupe, but we're gonna go ahead and get behind it. I'm trying to avoid all the badges on it, and we'll get a good look for a cold start. Well, guys, I'm pretty sure you could hear that quite well. But let's go ahead and pop open the hood and get you guys a look at this. If I can do it with both hands, let's see. Here we are. Well, if you guys could see. Here we go. Boom. A 200 cubic inch inline six with my brand new installed header, which it looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but there's a couple problems with this that I'm gonna have to go over. I'm not gonna go ahead and take all that jazz off right now. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but so there is a couple problems with setting it up with a header design, but I'll go over those inside the car. Okay, guys, so now I'm gonna go over the downsides to doing a header system on your 6-cylinder. The first one would be the throttle return spring. The throttle return spring isn't that big of a problem. The real, just finding a different spot to hook it up, I mean, it's not the end of the world or anything. Which I just found a bolt hole inside the block, which I could put a bolt in and then hook a spring up to that. It wasn't the biggest problem, nevertheless. The secondary problem is if you have a thermostat choke, if you have a manual choke, you're fine. But if you have one of those ones that go off a hot air choke that comes off your manifold, the choke tube, you won't be able to run that choke tube anymore because the choke tube originally hooked up to the header, so you won't have that anymore. So you'll have to set up either an electronic one or a manual choke, which that's not a big problem either. For now, I haven't had it set up, so I just opened up the choke all the way, and that seems to work just fine. It's a little bit harder starting it up, but it's fine for the moment. Then the last problem, one of the more difficult problems of the two, would be the throttle rod. It's basically what the throttle return spring links up to, and then when you press on the gas, that rod or lever will go up, connecting to your carburetor, basically allowing you to adjust the throttle between it. The linkage that goes between the throttle rod and the carburetor is adjustable, so it won't lie on the header if you can adjust that, but sometimes it won't allow you to go to full throttle. So if you were trying to get performance out of this 6-cylinder and you weren't able to go to full throttle, that would be an issue. Otherwise, I was able to bend it a little bit and tinker with it. I didn't have to do anything too serious. Some people have had to bend it, just depending on the carburetor setup you have, really. Since I'm running an Autolite 1100, it does make that a bit more difficult because of the way the throttle linkage is set up. It's just a bit more difficult to get that set up. But other than that, the car sounds amazing. I just love the way everything worked out on it, and it runs so much better. The car feels way more alive, and it's just something I really like about it, and the headers look badass on the 6-cylinder. But other than that, that's pretty much the only things you really have to deal with on going to a header system. Okay guys, it is 7:54. I am heading over to the new Braunfels Cars and Cookies. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically every Wednesday night, believe it or not. We go over to the At Home in New Braunfels, Texas, and we have ourselves a little car meet. There's a bunch of cool cars that show up there, and it's where I met one of my friends. I haven't known him long, but he has a, oh my gosh, it keeps getting dark up in here, but he has a 68 Mustang Coupe. It's an inline 6 like mine. It's basically my rival. You guys can't see my face much because the lighting in here is terrible and it's already dark out, but these car meets are a ton of fun. He has an inline 6 200 cubic inch. I just got my headers installed, as you guys saw, so it's going to be the first time he's hearing it, and hopefully we can get his reaction on it. Everyone says it sounds like a V8. Oh my gosh. But it's now going to be up to the car enthusiasts. But we're going to head over there. Hopefully everything goes nice and cool, because one time someone pulled a gun, which isn't fun, but that shouldn't keep you guys from coming. It's always a fun time over at the At Home over by Wingstop in the old H-E-B. If you guys ever want to see it, I'll put an address in the description if you guys ever want to come. I'll also be putting the link to the headers I bought for this Mustang. If you guys ever, I doubt you, I mean, I don't want to say I doubt, but I just have a feeling you guys don't have a 200 cubic inch inline 6 Mustang like mine, or whatever. But I'll put that down in the description. People from the Mustang 6 forums could be watching, so you never really know. Well, we'll see. And I'll see you guys over there. What's going on, guys? I made it over to the Cars and Coffee. We got a couple cool cars here. My buddy Ty hasn't showed up yet, but we do have some others.
Yeah, get a fucking car for 5 minutes. Mine handmade for this car is without the bumper, it's like such a like. Good looking harmonic bouncer, isn't it? There's a reason I was late.
Solid.